Hi everyone, I'm a little bit early. I just wanted to get this party started, and so I'm sure as soon as everybody gets here they'll hop on, and as soon as I start seeing people I will start. Whew. Hi Mindy, it's good to see you. Hi Debbie, good to see you, glad you're here. I am just now getting started. It's live right now. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. I am waiting for people to show up. I'm a couple of minutes early. I usually start at 3. And today we're going to do a card. I'm going to demonstrate a card for you real quick. And we're going to reveal who the winners are of the contest we did Friday night. Anyway, you'll get to see we did a paper pumpkin party on Friday night, and I showed off paper pumpkin and what it's about and everything, and I'm hoping that you guys will be able to go back and look at that later. And if you wonder what I keep looking at off to the left, I've got my big computer there, and I'm just seeing if I'm coming on or if I'm not. Like I said, we have a couple of people. We're still waiting for a couple of people, but everybody should be hopping on here in just a few minutes. Sometimes there's a lag, and that's what I deal with, is I deal with the lag. And so like right now I can see that over there, which is not what I wanted to see because I can't see the comments. I was thinking I'd see the comments. So I'm just going to click there and see if that'll help it a little bit. Because whenever I start actually demonstrating, you won't be able to see the comments. I won't be able to see comments. I won't be able to see comments on my phone. I'll only be able to see it there. Say hello. Tell me where you're from, what you're doing, what you like to do, if you like paper crafting. Just talk to me so I can know you're there. Wave, do something. Give me a heart. I don't care what you do. Just say hello. That way I know you're here. So, we haven't started yet. We're still waiting for a few people to show up. I do want everyone to say hello. Let me know you're here so I can see comments, because like I said when I start, hi Mom. Hi Kathy from Northern Illinois. Awesome. That's great. Kathy, are you a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or are you just a wonderful crafter who came to see what I was going to be up to today? Okay, like I said, there's a big lag here, so you may have answered me and it just might not be coming through just yet. I'm really excited to be here. We're going to give them about, if you don't mind, we're going to give them about 4 minutes is all we're going to do. Hi, Laisha. Hobby demonstrator, but love doing all sorts of crafting. Well, welcome. I hope that what I show you today will help you with something that you can get. Like, we're going to have I'm going to be using 2 different stamp sets. Just one piece out of each one, but one of them is our Hostess gifts. So I'll be excited to see what you think of that. Hi Julie, it's good to see you. Hi Eiley. Eiley's my grandgirl. Hopefully she can see me. Okay guys, this is wonderful. I'm so happy that you're here. Like I said, we have just a few minutes before we actually get started because I know there's a lag. Mom, did you have trouble with the lag today? Getting on? Thanks for that thumbs up. I love seeing the thumbs up and I love seeing the hearts. That kind of gives me an idea of whether or not I'm doing a good job or a bad job. No frowny faces. That means I'm doing a bad job. I don't want to do a bad job. I want to do a good job. Okay, good. So you didn't. That's good, Mom. I'm glad. Okay, we still have about 2 more minutes. So if there's anything you want to ask me, I was happy today. I have a new demonstrator signing up. So that makes me happy. And then I also have a new paper pumpkin person that's signing up this week. So that's exciting. And Paper Pumpkin is our box set. So if you got to see that before, that's last Friday, you got to see me open one, and we're going to do a paper pumpkin party every month. So it's usually the last Friday of the month. So if you want to come, I'd be happy to have you. Hi both Carlas, I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you. We're not started yet. I'm just giving people a few minutes just to hop on. We have like one more minute. I'm going to start it at 3:05, just so that if anybody has lags, they will be able to hop on. And just a warning, my camera did move evidently during the night, so when I turn it around, I think they'll love Paper Pumpkin too. So when I turn it around, it may be a little off-centered, so if movement of camera makes you kind of jittery or dizzy or anything, just hang tight with me, okay? Okay, Carla, we're going to start in about a minute, so you have a little bit of time to get that computer up and going. So, anyway, like I said, it is 3:05, so I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to show you the card we're doing today. This is from our, the little girl here. She's from one of the new Hostess gifts that'll be in the catalog. Starting tomorrow, you can order from the new catalog. But she's a Hostess gift, so if you have $150 in sales, so if you buy a little bit, you have one of your friends buy a little bit, you know, your cousin, your sister, your mother, I don't care who orders. If you get $150, I will give you your own host code, and you will be able to get this Hostess gift or one of the others that we have. Like, we have 4 that you can choose from, or you can choose, I believe it's $15 in merchandise. So it's a good deal. Carla, I'm sorry your computer's giving you fits, hon. I hate when that happens. Like I said, mine's on a lag, so mine's always on a lag. I just kind of have to look to the side, make sure I'm kind of in frame here, and other than that, I don't know. But this is our card. If you noticed, the base of it is Paper Pumpkin card that they sent us. It's empty right now, but I'm going to put something in there. I haven't decided what yet, but it's one of our Paper Pumpkin card bases. So I'm using my Paper Pumpkins card bases for bigger cards so that I can send out other stuff too. Hi Sherry, I'm glad you made it. So this is what our card is. It's just the card itself, and then I put it on a crumb cake backing. That's the brown, and then this is our new pretty peacock paper that everybody just, oops, I almost dropped it, everybody just really loves. So that's the card we're going to be making, and I'm going to go ahead and bring my camera down so that we can look at it, and after we get done with it, we're going to announce who won Friday night's Paper Pumpkin Challenge, and just visit for a few minutes. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, if it makes you dizzy, please look away now, because I'm going to just have to lower it. And hopefully, like I said, it'll be in frame. It's trying to move on me. And I'll have to give my computer just a second to see where it's going to be. Okay, on my computer, it's just now lowering. So, I know you can probably see the markers. Good. Moving it some more. Good. Okay, I'm going to turn it sideways. Tell me if this makes it sideways for you, or if you can still see it okay. Does it look better sideways, or does it look better up and down? Louise, I'm looking for your comments. I'm turning it, it's turning sideways on mine now so I can see. No what? Better up and down? I can see it. You can't see my stuff very well. I'm going to turn it back so it's long ways. And hopefully it's not upside down. Friday I had trouble with it. I did. I just turned it back, so hopefully it'll be better. I'll be able to see here in just a minute. for myself, and then we'll get started. I apologize for the delay, guys. This is just one of those things where it moves on me, and I hate when it moves. Okay, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Mom. All right, we're going to get started. One of the things I wanted to show you is the colors we're going to be using. We're going to use the Old Olive Stampin' Blends. These are alcohol-based markers, and I absolutely love them. But you have to remember with these, guys, be sure if you've got them, put your lids on good because they're alcohol-based and they do evaporate. Let's see. That's the crumb cake. Yeah, I need all of them. Okay, and then this one is, I believe it is Daffodil Delight, or what these two are. Our blends come in 2 markers, and you can buy them separately at $4.50 each, or you can put them together and get the set for $9, which is a really good deal. It's cheaper than Copics or anything else, and I love them. Then we also have the crumb cake, which is what we're going to use, and then we have a gray. So I'm looking at the camera. I have them all together. You can see them. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm going to scooch them to the side because, like I said, I'm on a lag, so I'm just going to keep going as if you guys are with me. Okay, this is the stamp set that I was telling you is a Hostess gift stamp set. It's a cling mount, and I'm waiting for it to come on my computer so I can see if I'm upside down or if I'm the correct way. But I love this set. It has 3 little fairies in it. It has the words, let's see if I turn it this way. It has congratulations, celebrate, happy birthday, thank you, just pop it in to say, and you can put hi over there, or you can put thank you or happy birthday, whatever you want to pop in to say. Let's see. It's still reflecting backwards, and I do apologize, guys. And it also says each new page, well, since it's a back set, each new page reveals a new wonder to be experienced. And then it's got some leaves here, and it's just a cute little set. And this is, I'm going to show you, this is the first time I've used it. So as you can tell, I have one of them out, and that's it so far, because today was the first time I've used it. But I am really liking this set so far, what I've used. Okay, then I also pulled from this set, which is our Good Morning Magnolia. You get these in a two stamp set. I'm going to pull this over just a little bit, make sure you can see it. You get this one with the great big magnolia, the leaf, hello, and thanks. We are using thanks today. I love it. Isn't that a beautiful font with all those swirls? Oh my goodness, I just love it. Right, I faced it towards me, so hopefully it's looking good. And then also, this is the second one, and it's a part of this set, so you get both of them. There's a set of 2. It says, not only for what you do, but for being someone so special. Enjoy today. The journey of life is best shared with a friend. We'll get through this together. So you could use not only for what you do, but this one with the hello. Well, no, you would go with the thanks. Thanks. Not only for what you do, but for being someone special. You also get another flower, and then you get this beautiful, I call it a border. I'm not real sure what you would call it. Again, I haven't opened these other than to take these out. My life's been a little bit hectic lately, so I haven't got to play with my new stamps as much as I'd like to. But that will change someday, and I'll get to play even more. But honestly, I probably play more than anybody else you know. Well, maybe not anybody else you know, because some of the demonstrators work all day long, and I get to work whenever I feel like it. So, we're going to start with the paper pumpkin card base that I was telling you about, and we're just going to jump right into this. Okay, and then I'm going to, of course, oh, there it is. Then I'm going to grab a piece of scratch paper here. And I also have another piece. You know, it never fails. Whenever you go to do a video, you lose a piece. But I'll just use this scratch piece here, and we're going to call it good. Although now it's bothering me because I know I had it a while ago. I lose something every video. Oh well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our Memento Black, and we are going to open it up. Memento Black, the Tuxedo Black, is pretty much what I use for almost all of my stamping when I need a black. It's the one I like. And I'm just going to stamp up our girl. And I am going to just put her on this piece of scratch paper. This is a white, Whisper White paper. And I'm just pressing, and if you've done my videos before, you know I count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I lift it off, and see how pretty that is, guys? It actually has a lot of shading and dimension already to it. I'm bringing it up so you can see, but there's a lot of shading and dimension here, right there. And then I had cut a 1 inch by 2 inch square that I was going to use for my thanks, but since I don't have it, I'm going to just go ahead and we're going to use the other side of this, and I'm just going to stamp my thanks on there. Hopefully you guys are seeing me. I think you can. There's the thanks. Isn't that pretty? I love how that just swirls, and I'm big on the swirls. Now, the way I clean off my stamps is I use my Simply Chamois. It looks pretty dirty right here, but you just basically tap it and it's clean. There's no scrubbing, there's no worrying. This ink is not going to come off on your fingers once it's on there. You can stamp it again, see? It's off. I see I have a little bit right there. I'm going to just maybe push it a little bit more. It's okay, it's clean. I just looked like it wasn't. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to move it back. Put this lid on. You guys have seen me put my elbow in them before. It's not a pretty sight. Move this back over here, and we'll get back to what we were doing. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to color her with our blends. And at first I thought I would use both the dark olive green, old olive, and the light. But I have made a few of these now while I was playing with it this afternoon, and I've just decided to just use the light, and I'll show you why. Stampin' Up! Does a really good job of showing us where to do some of our highlighting. See the darker areas? They show us really well. So we can go in. I'm using the writing part of this just because this is a small area, but I'm just kind of going here, and before I do that, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually hit the lines. And I'm just doing it like this. Now, I want to show you how easy that is. That stays in the lines really well. I'll stick the lid back on it. Be sure to listen for the click. But you can also use the paintbrush side, and it goes a lot faster. But stay away from those edges, because with alcohol ink, it does spread, and it will spread past where you want it to go. So I try to stay, you know, pretty close. It's not hard. If it was hard, I wouldn't be able to do it. Everything. But as you can see, it's pretty dark already. I could go in and make it darker with that dark marker here, but I'm afraid that if I do, it'll be too dark. I can go in with the light and make it darker still. See? And then I can go back in and blend it just a little bit, but it gets a little darker, a little darker. Every time you go over it, it gets a little darker. So you can kind of choose just how dark you want it, even with just one marker. That's your light marker. If I was going to only buy one, because they're $4.50 each, it's a bargain with the 9 because I say so. Because you get both and you can do all kinds of shading. But if you just bought the light, as you can see, I darkened even in the shaded area with my light marker. So for $4.50, it's a good deal. And you could get a light blue, red, green, whatever your favorite colors are, and then go in and add your darker if you wanted to. Okay, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and do her hair. Now you might be wondering why I'm not going to finish that dress, and I will tell you in just a little bit. Hi Dreama, hi Marilyn, hi Casey. I'm so glad. Hi Melinda, glad to see everybody's joining us today. We're just coloring a stamp right now, and we're making, I'm going to show the new people that we're making this card. And when we get done, I'll show it to you again at the end so you can see it again. Okay, always start, just like with the regular markers, guys, always start with your lightest first, because you can always darken, but you can't always go back and lift and light. We do have a lifter, but I prefer just to start with the light, and that way I don't mess up any more than usual. You notice how I threw that in there? So we're just going to color. I like using the paintbrush in because I can cover a lot of territory pretty fast. And I thought about going ahead and having this all colored before, but I really wanted to just show you how these markers work because they really are great. And there's a little ear in there. I know you probably can't see it, but there was a little ear in there. Now I'm going to go in with the dark. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pen in. These have a pen end, and they also have the paintbrush end. And so I'm going to go with the pen end. And they do fit like this so you don't lose it. I've been known to lose my thing. And I'm just going to go through her hair. And I'm just going to color it and bring it through and make the lines. And again, like I said, Stampin' Up! Shows you where you can darken it and make it even better, even darker. They show you where to highlight if you want to highlight. And I have a friend, and I don't know if Tammy's on here today or not. I know she's last I talked to her, she was going to the lake, and she might be at the lake today. And her reception out there is not as good. But as you can tell, I just kind of went over that. Now Tammy told me, she's another demonstrator, and she told me that one of these days we're going to I can go over to her house when we're both not crazy busy, and I can learn how to do even better shading and stuff with these markers. She's been in Stampin' Up! For a while, and she's awesome. She's one of my good friends, and I love her. But anyway, see, I don't know if you can tell real well, but going back over this with the light, it blends. And it blends those colors, but you can see a little bit of shading, which I really like. So that is that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm moving on to the paintbrush. Again, I'm going with my light. Actually, I think that's probably meant to be a pen. It kind of looks more like a pen than a paintbrush. It kind of looks like a paintbrush. It looks like one of them old-fashioned pens, maybe. You know, the kind where they had the ink where it came out that metal end. I think that's what that is. That's what it looks like. Anyway, I'm going light, and then I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to use the pencil in, and I'm going to go dark here. And I'm just kind of going in and getting some of that dark. And they didn't shade up here, but I kind of wanted to do the tip of mine a little bit too, so I did it like that. Now I'm going back in with the light, and I'm just going to smooth it out. Tammy did teach me this much over the phone, so she's pretty awesome like that. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now I just need to do the gray here, and then I can start on the dress, which I told you I wanted to do. I'm using the light smoky slate gray is what this is called. There is a dark one also, but I didn't need it, so I didn't bother getting it out. So we're done with our blends. Now I'm going to show you a technique that I learned from Connie Stewart, and she's out of Oklahoma, and I watch her videos all the time, and she doesn't know me personally, but we have chatted over the phone, and we've chatted online. Well, not on the phone, but online. But she showed how to do this. Okay, I love bling. So I took out my pretty peacock, and I opened it up, and then I have a little block, and this is the A block, if you're wondering what size block this is. This is the A block, and I'm just going to take and dip that A block into my color. I'm hoping you can see that pretty good. I'm going to move this pretty peacock out of the way so I don't put my elbow in it. I think you probably can. And then, thanks. I love those markers too. Hi Jacqueline, hi Marilyn, hi Dreama. Oh, I already said hi to you guys. Hi Jeannie. And I'm going to take my Winka Stella, which that doesn't go on there, and I'm going to put it into my pretty peacock. Can you see how it swirls around? Now this is also, Winka Stella is also alcohol based. So I'm going to use it like a paintbrush, and I'm going to paint. And I'm going to paint her dress. And I like to start where the there's dark in here where you can see that it's dark. And the beauty of this is you can't really mess this up. This is basically painting, almost like watercolor, only with alcohol-based ink. Okay. And you can make it as dark or as light as you like. As you can tell, as the ink wears out, it starts to fade a little bit. I'm showing you that on purpose so you can see. Now, if you didn't want it this dark, you could actually go over on your paper and you can mark some of that off and then go back in and still have pretty color. I'm hoping you can see that pretty color. See, I hope you didn't notice that I just covered up her hand a while ago with that brown too. I didn't notice till just now, but we're going to say that that's okay. I'm going to go in, just because I don't like it two-toned quite like that. I'm going to go in and I'm going to give it a little bit more color. And pick it up. But isn't that the neatest technique? It's like watercolor, only it's with Wink of Stella and alcohol. And then you take and you just work this off, and pretty soon, boy, I have a lot of ink in that, guys. Pretty soon you can see it's going to be clear again. It'll be the clear Wink of Stella. See? Pretty, huh? So, now you might be wondering, well, what am I going to do with all that ink? That's going to make a big old mess. I'm bringing the chamois back in, and I am going to wipe it off. It's clean. And I can run my finger over that, and it's not clean. That's because it was still wet. But look, I'm wiping it off on my Simply Chamois, and it comes right off. So, ta-da! We're going to turn it over and pretend. I don't know if you've noticed, but mine's pretty messy. I have actually washed this, guys. They stay stained. The more you use it, the more stain you get. And it's okay. You can throw it in the washer. So I read somewhere where somebody threw it in their regular washer with bleach, and it bleached right off. But I don't see the point. If it doesn't come off on your clothes or on your stamps, it's good. So I'm going to put that over there. Now, you guys are probably thinking, oh my gosh, now she's going to fussy cut. No, I'm going to take mercy on you so you don't have to be here all day with me. And I'm going to move this over here. And I have already cut out one of my girls. Just so you don't have to, and I didn't cover her hand up, so that's a good thing. Although I am going to have to jump off camera for just a second, and I'm going to go cut my thank you out. I'll be right back. Can't believe I did this. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. This is 1 inch by 2 inches long, or maybe it might even be 2.5. But since I did it so fast, I'm not positive. What I'm going to do is, because this is crumb cake here, I'm going to grab the light crumb cake. I'm looking for my light crumb cake. Light crumb cake. And I am just going to take the marker end of it, and I'm just going to color it real fast. And the nice thing about alcohol markers is you don't get those lines like you do with regular markers. It will, when it dries, it'll be nice and pretty. And I just did that because I wanted it to be where it would match my paper. Now, I'm going to take it and I'm going to grab my Snail. We're going to put this card together, guys. And I'm just going to pull my Snail across it. And I'm going to grab my little girl because I want to make sure she goes in the right. I'm going to get it right where I want it. I'm thinking I'm going to put it right here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it right there. I also want some of this blue to show, this peacock, pretty peacock blue. I like that a lot. Then I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And I am going to, these are dimensionals. And I'm just going to pop a couple off, put them there. Something you can do, which again, I've lost some of my stuff again, I don't know where, but you can take these edges and you can cut them so that you can use these little pieces on the side, so don't throw away your scraps when you're doing your dimensionals. I'm going to pull that off of there, and I'm going to stick it on the end of her paintbrush, or her paint pen, whichever it is. I'm going to stick it on there so it'll dimension it up too, and I'm going to pop it off. And then you just pop off this paper off the back. Voila. I'm going to move this out of my way. I'll pull my card back in so you can see what I'm doing. And I want it to look like she just, oh, her hair kind of flipped funny. We'll have to fix that. She's having a wild hair day like me. Anyway, we're going to set that kind of like right there. And that way it kind of looks like she just finished that. She just finished it. Now if you notice, I didn't color her face. You have a piece of paper under your chair. I don't know. What do you call that clear thing you just used? The clear thing. This is called Snail Adhesive that I just put the thank you down with. It's Snail Adhesive. Is that what you meant? Let me know, Carla, what you meant, hun. If I miss any of your questions, I promise that after the video I will go back and I'll look at all of them. Now guys, I kind of went a little crazy. I was working on so many of these, and I even have one that I thought would look cute with crumb cake, if I was to put it on with crumb cake, because I wanted her face not to be quite so white, and crumb cake was the right color, but I thought maybe that was too dark. And I think it still is too dark. And then I thought, oh, well, I'll go around her eyes with my black marker, and now she looks kind of bug-eyed, so I didn't like that either, so I just left her face. I probably will go in later with maybe one of my light pink markers, and maybe, not markers, I'm sorry, light pink color pencils, and maybe my black color pencil, and fix her eyes. But yeah, see how wild she looked a while ago? Now she looks a little bit washed out, but that's okay, because this is live. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my Snail Adhesive, which I tossed someplace. Oh, covered it up with the dimensionals, and I'm just going to put it on sorry, on the back. Please don't have run out. Please be going the right way. What am I doing wrong here? Ah, it's going the wrong way. And then you don't have to use a lot, guys. I know some people, they really just go all over. I don't go all over. I kind of give it a little dab in the middle and call it good. Ah, I did the same thing a while ago. Let's close this before I put my fingers in it. On my card, if you notice, I did this one crooked. And I did that on purpose because I thought, hey, I wonder how that would look. So I did it on purpose. This time, since I've already put the tape on this, I'm just going to put it on straight. And we'll see how that looks. You'll have two different kinds of cards, two different designed cards, I guess. But we're just going to put it on. Hopefully I can get it on straight. Wish me luck. There it goes. Very straight. Then we're going to do the same thing with this. I'm just going to put it on with my Snail Adhesive. I always get it upside down when I first start. I don't know why. I guess I'm just not used to it. I used to use a lot of different kinds, and so sometimes I get it crooked. Okay, so here this is, and if you just lightly lay it, sometimes you can move it around the way you want to. And let me tell you these dimensions. The Pretty Peacock is 5.5 by 4.5. The crumb cake is 5 1/4 by 4, and then our little card is 5 by 3.5. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get me one of them little dimensions out of the paper pumpkin kit and put her hair down because it keeps wanting to plop up. Now the only thing that's different about this card versus this card, is that I don't have my bling on yet. And so I'm going to put a little bling. Aren't you glad I didn't make y'all sit here while I fussy cut this? Because we'd be in here all day. And I just randomly put bling on. These are our rhinestone basic jewels. And I'm just going to kind of plop them wherever. Kind of just give them on there. And you can use as many or as few as you like. I like a lot of bling, so I do a lot of bling. I'm going to put a bigger one. I don't like a lot of empty spaces on my cards. and that's just a personal preference. Some people like cards that aren't quite so busy, and I prefer it to be a little bit busier. But there are our 2 cards for today. See if I can see them. Maybe if I put them, get the blocks out of the way. Let's see if you can see them if I put them together. So which do you like better, the straight or semi-straight, as straight as I can get it? Or do you like it kind of off-centered and wackadoodle? Which do you prefer? Hi, honey. Hi, Karen. Hi, Bev. Bev, it's good to see you. I hope everything's going good with you. Oh, that is Winka Stella. Let's see. Carla asked me what I was using to put the blue of the dress on. That's called Winka Stella, and I always get the clear. They used to have it in silver and gold. I don't know if they still do or not. If they do or not, I just get the clear because that's my favorite. So, and like I said, with the clear, you can paint with it. You could do any color you want to. We used Pretty Peacock today, but you can do any color you want. So I'm going to bring my camera back up to face me so you can see me now. So if you get dizzy, please close your eyes and just give me just a minute, and I'll tell you when I'm in focus so you can see. And sometimes it gets really close. All right, so if you want to look now, you can. I'm going to take my glasses off so that you can see. Oh, I saw a cry face. I'm sorry. Off-centered. Am I still off-centered? Can you see me straight? Here we go. I'm coming up. I can see the delayed, so here we go. And I took my glasses off, guys, because it makes a glare on there and you can't see very well. So anyway, so that's our cards for today. We used New Wonders, which is a Hostess gift. That's this one. It's called New Wonders, and it's a Hostess gift. And yes, it's Winka Stella. It's WINKOFSTELLA. Stella. So we used this one. This is a Hostess gift. Very, very cute. And we also used the thank you from the Good Morning Magnolia set. And this is a set of 2. Guys, you can order tomorrow. You can start ordering tomorrow from the new book. Oh, you like the off-centered card. I thought maybe I was off-centered. Sorry. But you can order tomorrow, starting tomorrow. And if you don't have a demonstrator already, I would love it if you would pick me to be your demonstrator. My Stampin' Up webpage is gibsongirlstamper.stampinup.net. And that is listed if you're on my page right now. It's at the top. You can see it there. Also, if you are interested in joining Paper Pumpkin, the last day for this month is the 10th. It's always the 10th of the month, so June 10th. This time it is a beach theme. And with that beach theme, you're going to get 16 mini cards with envelopes. And they were showing us that the envelopes hold gift cards. So that tells me that the cards are probably 2.5 by 3.5. And you can use those in your page letters. You could use them for, oh, I had something else. You could also use them for cards like these. I made one the other day and I showed you how that looked. But you can do a lot with them. Plus you get the stamp set, plus you get an ink spot. If you're joining for the first time, they give you a block, a D block, which is, it's this size of a block, only it's flat. It's about flatter. I don't have one here, or I would show you the one I showed you the other night. But you're welcome to go look at that video too and see what we got this month from Paper Pumpkin. There's a lot of stuff in there, and even if you say, well, I really didn't like what they were doing this time, there are lots of alternatives. And I have a Paper Pumpkin fan club page where I show you all different kinds of alternatives that you can do with that. I have some ladies on there right now, and they can tell you within the last few days I have just been putting cards after cards. I think I've posted like 8 or 10 different cards that you can do. So you can also use those stamp sets for other cards. So if it says thank you and you like the pretty fonts from that, you can do that. So anyway, that's that. Probably by tomorrow morning I will have all the stamp sets that you'll need, I'll have all of the dimensions you'll need. I'll have all of the paper that I used for this card on there. And guys, if you liked this card and you like the pretty on the side, the pretty peacock, and you like that it was kind of tan and everything, you can take vanilla colored cardstock, and you can take you can either take the stamp pad if you wanted to, or you could take a marker, which I don't have one of the markers yet. That's on my wish list for what I'm going to pick up. But you could buy one of the markers that look like this, and when you take this and you flick it, it makes these little dots like this also. Okay, so you can make your own background and then do this whole card yourself. There are so many things you can do. So if you want to ask me any questions, I'm here. I'll answer your questions. I'm usually pretty quick at getting back to you. If I don't answer you pretty quick, you know, you can always private message me. That's a good way to do it too. So that's that. But all of this information is going to be on my blog, which is at rhondagibson.net. Okay, I know I'm giving you a lot of information. If you look on our Gibson Girl Stamper page, you'll find all of this information. Okay. Also, if you would like to do what I do, make videos, make cards, sell the paper pumpkins, sell the Stampin' Up, you're welcome to join my team, and that is also at gibsongirlstamper.stampinup.net. You just join the fun at the bottom, and you can start selling this yourself. To join I've got Paper Pumpkin on the brain, I'm sorry. To join my team, it's $99 for the first time. You get $125 worth of product. That's a lot of product. You get a Paper Pumpkin kit, comes with your kit, and I don't know what it'll be, but you'll be able to do that. And we'll have all of that in your kit. Plus you'll have all the business stuff that you'll need. You'll have order forms, books, invitations so that you can have parties at your house. You can have a stamp club. You know, you can do whatever you want to do with this business because it's your business, and you run it the way you want to. Like I said, I am out here most of the time in the evenings because that's when sometimes my husband likes to watch TV that I'm not that interested in, so I'll run out to my cottage and I'll work on my Stampin' Up business, and we both love it that way because it gives him the opportunity to do what he wants. It gives me some time to do what I want to do, and then when we want to, we can come together and do what we do together all the time. So Carla is asking me, what were you taking the bling off with? I thought I had one of those at one time but can't find it. I am using, it's called a pick tool, and we have a new one in the catalog. It looks different than this. It looks different than this one. Carla, with your next order, when you place your next order, because you're one of my regular customers, I will give you one of these because they are expiring as of tomorrow. But they have a new one in the book, which I'm not sure. I think it's Take Your Pick Tool is what the name of it is. And it is in the book. I just pulled my book out so I can look at it. Also, if you would like a book, if you spend $50 on my web page where you go and you order, I'll be happy to send you a free book with everything. If you just want a free book, they cost us $5 to purchase, and then we have to charge you for shipping also, which is another $7, I think. So altogether it's like $12 to buy a book, where if you place an order, you'll get your product plus you'll get the book for free. And these books are wonderful. They have ideals and inspiration in them, so I hope you do that. But like I said, Carla's a good customer of mine. She's ordered from me before. I sent her a book, and I'm going to send her a pick tool for her order this time, and it's a thank you. And I like to take care of my customers. I like to take care of my team members. So just let me know if you need anything. And you can private message me here on Facebook. You can just let me know, because I'll be happy to help you. But guys, I have rattled on for a long time today. I almost forgot the contest. I am so sorry, you guys. Last I looked at the contest, it looked like Stacy Barron was winning. She had the most likes and the most hearts, and she's one of my Paper Pumpkin customers. And what we did was, if you were a Paper Pumpkin customer and you made an alternative card, I put the cards up, and then other people, not me, said yes, they loved it, or no. Well, they didn't ever say no, but they said yes, they loved it, or yes, they liked it. And the one that got the most likes and loves was the winner. So Stacy will receive a $20 stamp set from me. And since she has one of the new books, because she's a Paper Pumpkin customer, she'll be able to look at her book, and she'll be able to pick out a $20 stamp set that she'll get from me for free. And I do that from time to time. I give away all kinds of stuff, guys. I love spoiling you. So if you want to be on my team, if you want to buy Paper Pumpkin, if you just want to place an order and you can't find all this information, please PM me, which means private message me, and I will be happy to help you. Guys, I hope you have a great Sunday fun day. I'm not sure what day I'll be on next week. I'm going to try to be on maybe Wednesday. And it may not be a live video. It might just be a regular video showing you a new card, or maybe a bookmark, or whatever I come up with over the week. So you guys have a great time. I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.